Ladder Funner here. Today I'll be replacing the door handle on my GMC 2500. Winter's taking its toll on this truck. You can see how dirty it is. I haven't had a chance to wash it since the weather turned nice. And there's my busted door handle. It keeps coming off. So if you're in a hurry and you really need to get this fixed, you can see my quick fix video right there. So the first thing you want to do is take this here and just pull out. You should be able to pull that loose. It comes off fairly easy. And take that out. Might have to get a screwdriver in behind, but it has to start on this side when you're taking it out. And you need a 7mm socket. And it's probably better. Wrench might do for this one, but I don't think you'd get into here. So there's the part that I just took out, and down on the bottom right here. And they're fairly long, so I'll show it to you when I get it out. So there's the first screw. And the second one is just underneath the door handle, right down there, right in between there. And it's also a 7mm, and it's also a long one. Okay, 2 screws out. So sometimes there's nothing much good to be said about the way they design things, but in this case, you guys did awesome. You lift up, and out she comes. Isn't that sweet? I just have to get this wire off here yet. Okay, it was a little hard to show what I was doing there, and what I got here is just a little wood block, and it's holding my panel up here in the doorway of the truck. And what you'll have here on the back of the switch is this tab right here. Up in behind the switch there, you got to get the screwdriver in the back and push that tab in, and it should slide out. Okay, I'm going to clean this up and get started with this. I already pulled some of this loose here, and just rubber that sticks on there to hold this together. Try to save as much of that rubber as you can. That seals back up again, and shouldn't need to pull it down too far. And from the inside here you can see there's 3 bolts. We've got a ratcheting 10mm wrench and a 10mm ratchet with a socket on it, and see which one works best. Or if yours is broken off like mine is in this case, there's really only one little strand holding it there, and it's ready to come off. I'm going to take the little linkage off first, and then I should be able to get all these nuts from the outside here. And this little linkage here, you just got to pull up on that piece of rubber there, and you should be able to wiggle it off the end. There you go. Oop. 1 strand left. Yeah. There we go. And in this case, that bottom one came off already. And if you got it this far and you closed up the door, just push down on that. There you go. This one here was being a little stubborn, just wanted to turn along, so I'm going to try and put a vice grip on there and see if I can get it out. And I need both hands to do that. Okay, by the looks of this new one, it doesn't come with any nuts, so save your nuts. Does have a new little clip though for the linkage, and that should be the first thing you, well, actually the second thing you want to do. If you'll notice, the bottom one has a slot, so I'm just going to put the nut on part ways. And first of all, get the linkage ready to put in there. And once you get it slid in there far enough, and that tab should line up. Snap the tab into place. Use pliers if you have to. And then slide this bottom nut into that slot there. Hopefully you still can. There you go. That all slipped into place there now. I was hoping to be able to do the body work on this before I replaced this, but my handle's all broken, so no time to do the body work right now. I guess this is what I'm left with. I got the door open again, and just gonna put the 3 nuts back on. Okay, nuts are on. Just gonna give them a little tighten with the ratchet here. Now you really want to be careful, just very lightly snug them up. And then you should be able to put everything back together again. Alright, now all I need is a good wash job. Okay, so once your nuts are tight, and just stick all this back into place. Before I owned it, it was a farm truck. So in my case, I'm going to definitely need to clean up some of this dirt off of here before I put anything back together. And that rubber was really filthy, so I took that off as well. And it just pulls out of here, that's all. Slips back into place. Okay, so I'm just going to get this panel close enough to the wire here so I can clip it back in again. Okay, that's in. And I don't know if this happened to yours or not, but I pulled this part out right there, so you have to push that back in. Okay. Okay, that just hooks back into place. And just put those 2 long screws back in. So once the 2 screws are back in, just slip this back into place. And it just snaps in. And you're done. Now all you need to do is test the power windows and make sure the door lock is working. yes, and this reflector dropped out when I pulled the panel off. These here, they don't exactly belong in here. They're off of a 96 pickup. So, it looks like one of the clips broke off, and I don't know, somehow it got up inside the door. But it should fill the gap up a little bit better than the one that I had stuck in there. Looks a lot nicer.